We have $30 from Grimmin. This Doom run was great. We have $30 from Sergeant Chubb. I think watching Doom get ripped apart and brutalized is almost as fun as the game itself. Thank you all to the runners and base staff behind the scenes. Donation goes to Runner's Choice. We have $100 from Kareth. Always been a fan of Doom, love seeing it get destroyed. Here are a few pennies towards the genocide boss of Undertale. Also, hi, I'm Red. $50 from Flig Mode. Hello from Germany. Another year, another donation. Thank you for the awesome stream. I love what all of you are doing. We as a community can give hope to so many people. Stay awesome. I want to thank the German Restream. They are doing a perfect job. Have a nice day, everyone. All right, and with that, we're going to go to a quick commercial. Welcome back. We'll go through a few more donations here. We have a $75 from Endless Mode. We figured we would donate $5 for every hour we are stuck at work missing the stream. So here's $75. Money goes to the announcer's choice. Sorry if anybody hates this, but it's going to save the animals. We have $75 from William Sem 42. First donation this year. Want to give a special shout out to my friend Volve1 that introduced me to AGDQ. I'm sure this charity is because he's in favor of hugs from New York. We have a $200 donation from Crystalek. Greetings from Swiss. AGDQ is the best event of the year. Best of luck to all the speedrunners. Alright, and with that, we're going to throw it over to Blecky and Blood Thunder with the Doom interview.
So a ton of questions for you. I mean, I knew right from the beginning as soon as I saw that first rail jump.
Right.
I want to make sure. So
We've known.
okay.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, but I wanted to make sure. So right from that first rail jump, I knew that we'd be in store for something awesome.
Right.
It was just incredible. So a really common question in terms of speedrunning viewers is, how did you come across something like that?
Rail boosting, a lot of people found it initially just playing through the game. If you play at over 120 FPS, which a lot of modern PC people do, like myself, I play 144. If you just land on a rail, you get thrown off so much. And a couple days after the game came out, people were finding that you could boost up into the air with it. It's like, all right, well, we got to figure out how to do it more consistently. Once we found that, it's find every rail you can boost off in the game and just see what you can do. And
when you say up in the air, did you mean like one of the earliest ones, like you were shooting high off in the air, or was it small and then you kind of figured out how to adjust it?
Actually, in that first level, there was a different rail, and you launched about pretty much the same height, just in a different spot later on. So, I mean, it was straight from the beginning. It was skipping tons of stuff.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. And if someone that already owns Doom wanted to learn how to do that, like they already own Doom, they can just walk right up to that rail. They have the right resource in terms of learning how to do it. How long do you think it would take them to be able to learn how to do that?
That would take maybe 30 seconds at most.
30 seconds.
You stand on the rail, walk off of it, and walk back into it. It's that easy.
Is there a resource online or like a kind of tutorial video for that trick maybe, or like just...
I know InstaGib's one of the Doom runners in the community. He has pretty much every skip has a setup or a video on it explaining it, but if you come into the Doom Discord, which is linked on the speedrun.com page, you can just ask away. We have people come in every day trying to learn it. It's a really friendly environment, so recommend checking that out.
Very cool. Yeah, so I mean, for real, like if you guys saw that run just now and want to boost yourselves way up into the air, check out those resources, because I'm sure it's really easy to be able to do. That's awesome.
People learn this run every single day.
Yeah.
So.
Running a PC game, have you ever had to kind of encounter patches or anything like that introduced to the game?
Patches is a huge problem for PC runners. There was actually a time when we had to use an older patch for this game. They patched out one skip, so everyone had a down patch, and it was really obnoxious, but we just found ways to get around it and went back to current patch. Everything you just saw was done on the current release of Steam, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
And did you play it when it first came out?
As soon as this game came out, I was playing it for 10 hours straight. Took a break, came back, and started finding skips immediately. So.
And when you say 10 hours straight, was that just kind of casually to just beat through it?
I always like to play through the game first, know what the mechanics are, know where I need to go, what to do. That way, when you go back to it and you're trying to find stuff, it's just so much easier.
Got it. Cool. Let's take some questions from you guys.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. First up, we've got one from MTRC. How fast does the run strategy and pathing change on a game as new as this?
It depends on the game. Doom, right from the beginning, like 2 hours after my casual playthrough, I found a skip that saved 10, 15 minutes. At the time, it was like a 2-hour run. Within a month, it was maybe down to an hour. When I submitted the game, we were still at an hour record, and now it's sitting at 38:58 in 7 months or so. So it changes drastically. It's crazy.
And especially, I mean, if you want to get into a new game and like just kind of contribute to the strategies, definitely check out a new game and just see what you can find. Just go exploring, mess around. It's a really good way to just find tricks in the game. Let's see what we got up next here. Are there any glitches or tricks you discovered yourself?
Yeah, there's quite a few. They've been refined now, so they look a little bit different, but skipping to the BFG gun early, that was something I originally found. A couple jumps here and there. They don't really seem like tricks, but they're skipping 60% of the level at times. A glory kill in Lazarus Labs. A lot of people have found a lot of stuff for this game. It's a really great community.
Yeah, cool. Let's see what else we got here. Have you ever run the original, and if so, how does it compare?
I've never run the original. I follow a lot of people do, like King Dime especially. I've played it. I love it. I don't know if I'll ever run it, but it's a great game.
This was a question I was curious about. So, do you need to have a solid computer to run Doom because it's necessary to have such a high frame rate?
That's a question we get a lot in the Discord. It's like, hey, is my PC good enough to run this game? I'm not getting enough. We have some tools in the community that we allow to help downscale the game. So even if you have to play at like 720p, lowest settings, we can usually get you decent frame rate, depending on your PC. Now, really old ones probably won't work, but anything sort of modern, we can get you there.
Cool. So. And then just coming up next, what is next for you in terms of speedrunning?
We just recently rerouted all secrets, which is a different category for Doom. So I'm probably going to go back to that, stick with any percent, get our times down a little bit more, but yeah, still more Doom.
Yeah. Is there anything else you've run in the past?
I've a lot of stuff.
Yeah, okay, got it.
There's a lot of stuff to go back to, but really just excited about Doom. It's still fresh and it's a fun game.
Great. All right, thank you so much for your questions, guys. Thank you for the awesome run and for the interview.
Yeah.
Coming up next is the Mario 1 Warpless race. As soon as we go back to the main camera, you'll see how packed this room is.
It's crazy.
The three best players at this game are going to be racing Mario 1 Warpless, Mario 1 Warps, and then Mario 2 The Lost Levels right after that. This is going to be one of the highlights of the marathon. Don't go anywhere.
All right, guys, up next we have our Super Mario Brothers race, and I'm going to throw it over to the next host, SkyBliz.
Welcome back to AGDQ 2017. I'm going to be your host, SkyBliz, for the 2D Mario segment. So, while we're going on with the setup here, I got to ask everybody, are you guys pretty pumped for this race? Let's hear some noise. That was lovely, but I better hear a little bit more noise later when I hear which one of you guys is rooting for each one of these guys. So we'll do a couple more donations quick while we're getting set up. We have a $100 donation from Anonymous who says, another great marathon so far. Thank you all for giving your time for this great cause. This donation goes to the bonus levels in the Super Dram World Run. Awesome incentive, by the way. $75 donation from Ndoto, who says, super hype for the Mario block. Good luck and thanks to all the runners. We already have an early supporter. We have a $30 donation from Laura Mahoney, who says, go Andrew G. Love Laura. We'll see who else is rooting for Andrew G in a couple minutes. We have a $25 donation from Kingness701 who says, I've only watched the runs of GDQs on YouTube after the fact. Excited for watching the Mario Brothers in my first stream. 25 to kill those animals. I have a $5 donation from HeroLink who says, darbian, HeroLink here. Remember when you said we could cuddle up by the fireplace at your home? Well, I'm ready. Are you ready? We have a $30 donation from Dr. Pineapple Boy who says, thank you so much to the runners, the viewers, and the background staff of AGDQ. Every year, everyone does so much to make the world a healthier, better place. We have a $100 donation from Woggle who says, I think this money should do something good. I know, let's save some frames. It's a shame that we need to kill the animals for this cause. We have a $100 donation from Karanak who says, sending this to name a Final Fantasy character Yeti. Looking forward to the Castlevania block tomorrow. What horse race is Dracula afraid of? The Belmont Stakes. Don't know about that pun, though. We have a $10 donation from Rupert83 who says, hey Darb, Cosmic, and Andrew, wish I could have been there with you guys for this event. Hopefully the next GDQ will work out for me. Let's see some good judges in 370s. We have a $200 donation from Apache2 who says, rip and tear till the animals are dead. Glad to see that even in 2016, games are still made in a way that they can be broken into pieces. Best of luck on the Doom run. We have a $50 donation from Artist Omega who says, love what you guys do each year. Breaking games to get a fast time and to break cancer is a great way to break in the new year. Speaking of breaking, let's break the record of donations, and let's also break the donation incentives for Monday number 9 for both Raid DLC and Maniac mode. We have an $80 donation from NerdJesusTV who says, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to do the Mario. Oh, and kill the animals. I have a $20 donation from Christopher Slight who says, love that Doom run. Never been into speedruns until right then. We have a $100 donation from Dom28 who says, I've been watching AGDQ for a couple years now, and this is the second event in a row where I'm donating. I figured since Super Mario Bros. On NES was the first game I played as a kid, along with my family when I was 4 years old, this is the time to submit my donation. Right before it's absolutely dominated by super talented speedrunners. Good luck to all the runners, and thank you to all the organizers, technicians, and volunteers working AGDQ 2017. You truly represent the best of our amazing industry. I'm putting half of my donations towards Super Mario Bros. Worthless Race, and the other half towards saving those cute animals, because I'd rather we kill cancer instead. I have a $30 donation from Random Gnome. Been watching for years now. Amazing to see how AGDQ has evolved over the years. My father is now in remission thanks to early detection. I donated to prevent cancer in his name for the holidays, but it doesn't hurt to donate again. All right, and with that, are you guys ready for the race we've all been waiting for since this was announced? All right, before we start, I really want to see where everyone's loyalty lies here. So let's hear it for Andrew G, who's thinking he's going to do it. What about Cosmic? And last but not least, everyone knows who he is. Who's going for Darbian? All right, guys, take it away. Best of luck to all the runners. This is going to be awesome. Thank you.
All right, here we go, guys. This is insane. I just want to say how insane it is to have these three guys racing one another right here, right now. These are three of the best players at Super Mario Bros. Warpless, warps, all of the above. So as we head into 1-2, at the very end of 1-1, you are already going to see kind of some differing strategies. Darbian has already gone for, first of all, they went through for the flagpole glitch, which we'll talk about in a bit, but Darbian has already shroomed up, and Andrew and Cosmic have not. Cosmic will not be going for Fire Flower Mario this entire time. Darbian and Andrew both will be. Now the advantages here are that, for one thing, if you have the Fire Flower, you'll be able to just kind of shoot things out of your way, but also it's just strictly faster. It's not just to play safer. Defeating Bowser with the Fire Flower instead of with the axe is significantly faster. So there's going to be a huge discrepancy there. Darbian does also get Fire Flower early so that he can shoot through those piranha plants, but Andrew goes without it for now. It is slightly faster to get it the way Andrew is going to get it, but Darbian just wanted that little bit of extra safety. And you're going to be seeing kind of these strategies, discrepancies as we go. So one advantage that Cosmic has going small only is that while the pipe jumps are more difficult, he is able to do a lot fewer crouch jumps to get through kind of narrow spaces, which Andrew and Darbian will both have to deal with. Now, you can get these mushroom grabs in a certain way. You might have seen Andrew do it there, but if you hit a block and a mushroom block, and then kind of just scrape up the right part of the block, then you can pick up the mushroom without even really kind of losing much time at all. So you're going to see here, 1-4, Darbian has a strong lead, and they both have the Fire Flower. Andrew and Darbian both have a Fire Flower. Meanwhile, Cosmic does finish it off, so he does have a significant lead right now. But you can watch as they finish him off with the Fire Flower. They don't have to wait for that cutscene, and that's exactly where they're going to save time. So this is going to be a time saving throughout the course of the run. But we'll see if Cosmic can keep this lead. It's entirely possible. Now, I want to talk about fireworks right now. If you end a level with a 1, 3, or a 6 in the 1 second of your time in the upper right, then you end with that amount of fireworks. Now, in this particular level, oh no, Cosmic. In this particular level, if you don't slow down at all, you end the level with a 6. You see Darbian had to slow down just a little bit to avoid a 6. Andrew the same, so that they wound up with a 5 in their 1 digit. If they had ended with a 6, they would have wasted a ton of time from all the fireworks. 2-2, we're headed into a water stage. You often forget that there are water stages in this game, but they do exist. And there are kind of intricacies to the water physics. If you only tap A as you're going through the water, then you'll do a taller jump. But if you hold down A, then you'll actually do a shorter jump. And there are, even though you might not have ever known that just from casual play, but it makes a huge difference in your ability to control your character in a speedrun. These little kind of currents that speed you along and slow you down, it feels like you should be able to control and gain some speed in there, but for the most part, you really can't. It's actually just kind of static the way it speeds you up and then slows you down immediately after. So Darbian does have a significant lead. Andrew G very close behind. Both of them with Fire Flower, and Cosmic staying very loyal with his small Mario strats. Oh. As we head into 2-3, there are these flying sheeps, which can be very, very annoying. There are some patterns where you need to slow down. Ooh, Darbian almost gets hit. There are some patterns where you need to slow down, but they're just going to be kind of reacting to what they see. Sometimes you can kind of get lucky with a fire shot, but basically you really just have to react. and slow down if you need to, but otherwise just run along and hope for the best. Andrew with some, oh, the swag shot there. Very, very solid. So we're headed into the next Bowser level here. Now, these beginning fire bars are actually never, ever a problem. So you're going to just see them kind of run right through, and they'll know exactly where these fire bars are. And as they go through, they're going to do this duck jump. Andrew's going to do it right now. If you mess that up, it is pretty much a definite death, but they've both manipulated 2-4 perfectly. And, oh no! We'll see if Andrew kind of refreshes his fire flower or if he's going to keep going along with Small Mario. Meanwhile, Cosmic actually doesn't have to deal with those crouch jumps. So there are these small periods where you don't have to really worry as Small Mario. So we're headed into 3-1 now. Now here is where I want to take the time to explain one of the most important parts about speedrunning this game. It's called the frame rule. The best way to explain this is that imagine at the end of every Mario level, there is a bus waiting to take Mario to the next level. Now this departs the station, or the end of the level, every 21 frames. So if you miss this bus by 1 frame, you have to wait another 20 frames for the bus to actually leave. Whereas if you make the bus right at 1 frame immediately before it leaves, you've barely saved that frame rule. You've barely saved that. Those 21 frames equate to 1/3 of a second. So these 1/3 of seconds add up, especially when you're speedrunning and going for the record. And even in a run like this, these little additions do add up, absolutely. So they're all in 3-2 right now. Darbian finishing it up, Andrew halfway through, closing it out, and then Cosmic in the middle as well. So as we go into 3-3, this is a bit of a funny thing. So Darbian tells me, I was asking him to explain this game to me. Darbian tells me that the music of this level adds up, was programmed to kind of go along with when you collect the coins. I asked, this sounded really fishy to me, so I asked him if I could get a source on that. And Darbian says, I'll try to give my best Darbian impression. Darbian says, no, you can't. Community consensus. And that's all I had to go off of. Community consensus? Yeah, okay. So in 3-4, I want to talk about why the frame rules do matter. When you're going for a run, you're going to be performing so well that you know exactly what frame rule you're on. You know if you're 1/3 behind, if you're 2/3 of a second behind, a full second behind, you know all of these little things. And so you know all luck in this game is dependent on when you enter a particular level. So if you know what frame rule you're on headed into 3-4, you know exactly kind of where the potaboos are and all the different little, oh man, you know where all the different kind of little luck factors are. Now in 4-1, I want to talk about the flagpole glitch now. We'll see if Darbian goes for it. The flagpole glitch is very interesting. Essentially, you need to, let's see if he gets it here, and then I'll explain it. Oh, not quite. Andrew's going to be going for it. We'll see. But the flagpole glitch is a big deal. This is what was kind of waiting for everyone to be able to get the 456. Oh, not quite. So the deal is, if you hit that block the flag is on at just the right time, at just the right point, from just the right pixel, all these things chain together, and you actually kind of, you just barely clip out, you hit into the kind of block, and you don't actually have to wait for the flag to descend. You just kind of get bonked out to the other side, and you just continue along, and you don't have to wait for that flag. It's interesting because I know how many times, as you guys are watching this, I know how many questions you're asking in terms of, why don't they just jump to the bottom of the flagpole? Why don't they just kind of, why do they have to jump at the top? Why don't they just jump to the bottom? You have to wait for that flag to descend no matter what. So because you accelerate faster going backwards in this game than going forwards, like facing backwards and facing forwards, if you hit the flagpole at its apex, then you're actually, when you descend to the bottom of the flagpole, you're higher up on that flag than you would be normally. Like, look at Darbian there and watch Andrew as he finishes. They're going to hit this flag in the middle, and they're going to thus kind of fall to the bottom of the flag. But if you hit the top of the flagpole, you're higher up on the flag. So you're accelerating in the air backwards a longer period of time, and thus you travel from the flag to the castle more quickly. It's these small things which really matter. So we're in 4-4 now. 4-4 is a maze level. And obviously they know exactly where to go, but, oh, Andrew goes for a clip, doesn't quite get it. But these little things could potentially add up. But yeah, this maze level, it's interesting because if you were doing this maze level yourself, you might accidentally just kind of be taking the right path, but not be headed the right way. It just kind of loops you consecutively anyway. The reason that is actually because if you're in the air at the time where it tries to calculate kind of if it should loop you or if it should allow you to continue moving on, if you're in the air during like at that point in the level, then it doesn't care. It might just loop the level for you anyway. And so in those maze levels, they actually don't. They try to avoid jumping because of that. So in 5.2, that cannon at the beginning, if you get unlucky, it can shoot you right in the face. And so Darbian got lucky there. Andrew is about to head into 5.2. We'll see if he gets lucky. And it takes your power up, which means you actually need to take that extra time. Oh, Andrew plays it safe. I don't blame him. But I don't blame him because if you get your power up taken, you go straight to being Small Mario, and you have to get the mushroom again, the fire flower again. It takes a lot of time. Meanwhile, if you don't get if you have the fire flower, you can just plow through these Hammer Bros with not a care in the world. Cosmic staying so loyal to his Small Mario strats, and honestly, I want to take a moment to just say how insane that is, because having a fire flower just allows you such kind of an extra little kind of buffer and extra safety, just because you can burn all these all these Hammer Bros or piranha plants that are in your way. And Cosmic says no. I want to take every chance I can get. Oh no! With oh man. So Andrew is now kind of just behind Darbian. As you head into this level, unlike a previous level, you actually don't necessarily know where the fire bars are. Because 5.3 and 5.4, it's a little known fact, but there are, oh, Darbian squats right underneath. Meanwhile, Andrew takes a hit and is going to have to recollect that fire flower if he so chooses. One thing to say about Bowser, if you're watching him carefully, if you see him jump in the air and move forward, oh man, if you see Bowser jump in the air and move forward, you know that you can just kind of run right under him. Meanwhile, if he kind of wavers back and forth or moves back at all, then you are going to potentially either want to take a huge risk or in jumping over him, or else just wait for him to jump again. Darbian with a pretty solid lead right now, just finishing up 6-1 and heading into 6-2. So 6-2 is especially a level, that's right, there's one, you get one firework, it doesn't lose any time, so just appreciate the little pew that Cosmic gets here. So 6-2, it's actually a lot easier headed in here with Fire Flower just because of all the piranha plants. And this is another level where you're going to want to slow down to avoid getting a 3 on the clock. So in 6-3, we're headed into 6-3 now. You're going to actually see a little bit of variance in strategies here. It's very subtle, but these things all really add up. Darbian, I believe, actually takes... Oh! Cosmic takes a death. Oh, Andrew's going to get a couple pew-pew-pews. So Darbian actually takes kind of a higher route here, whereas some of our other players might take a lower route. The reason that the lower route is slower is because it's so subtle. But when you have the higher route, the elevators on this stage, the platforms, push you to the left a little bit during the time while you're walking on them. And that could make a difference of a frame rule. So if you're in a run, you'll probably want to be taking that lower route, but you may still make the frame rule if you are taking the higher route. So 6-4 here, this is another repeat level. Oh no, Darbian takes a hit. This is another repeat level. This is also the very first time where Bowser throws hammers. So there is a luck element. Darbian lost his fire, so he's going to have to wait. And then he waits for Bowser to go, and then he does go ahead. Very, very nice. Andrew as well. Andrew could potentially make up a bit of time here if Bowser... No. If Bowser had been running for... Oh, no! Andrew chanced it. Oh, what can you do? I don't blame him. These are situations where you see Darbian in the lead. You say to yourself, I have to make up that time somehow. Oh, no. Another Podoboo. you say to yourself, I have to make that time somehow. Might as well do it here. And with all the luck in the world, potentially Bowser might not have thrown that hammer, but he did, and unfortunately Andrew paid for it. Darbian choosing to continue with Fire Flower strats. He wants to stay big. Andrew continues through 6-4. This does mean that Cosmic has actually made up a solid bit of time and is headed into 7-1. This is crazy, crazy stuff. So, headed into 7-2 here, I actually want to take the time to talk a bit about how something like the flagpole glitch is discovered. So again, the flagpole glitch is where you head in, where you kind of butt into the flagpole stand in just the right way where it doesn't kind of descend the flag at all. And we have this man here, Sockfolder, to thank for that. Sockfolder the glitch finder. It's crazy what he does. So the way that was discovered, there was a very long time where that flagpole glitch was thought to be impossible real time. It was done in a tool-assisted run, but thought to be absolutely impossible, or at least there was, like the inputs would be so precise that nobody could do it in real time ever. But Sockfolder just kind of programmed a bot which beat the end of the level in so many different ways with every kind of iteration that eventually the bot just found a way to do it. And then that was decided to be, okay, you know what? Maybe this is possible after all. Maybe we can do it regularly. And even though it's extremely difficult, and I think it happens maybe at 1 out of every 10 runs, they've still chosen to include it in their runs in both the levels 1-1 and 4-1. And you can do it, I believe, in 8-3 as well. Is that right? But you typically don't do it there. But they have decided to do that in their runs. So 7-4 is another maze level. Again, I mean, you know where to go in this level if you're speedrunning it, but it can be very challenging for a new player. So you're going to kind of see him just making these very deliberate choices in how to route through the level. Oh, Cosmic takes a death. Darbian has a pretty strong lead right now. We'll see if he stays Small Mario or goes for the Fire Flower. He's known to play it safe now and then. We'll see. So he does have to wait for Bowser. You don't want to chance it with those hammers. So Darbian finishing up World 7, headed into World 8. So in World 8, Darbian is Small Mario. Now, if you were Fire Mario here, you'd be able to burn through these piranha plants that are scattered throughout the level. But Darbian is going to have to either choose to make very precise pipe jumps, like he does there. Unfortunately, he missed. But either make those pipe jumps, which he gets the second of the 3. We'll see if he goes for the last one. But 8-1 is such a precise level, and especially in warps, it's considered to be one of the hardest, and we'll go into why that is as we approach the warps run. Darbian gets the other piranha jump, and he's just cruising through 8-1. Really solid 8-1 outside of, unfortunately, that first missed run. Cosmic continues his second place. andrewg very close behind him as he finishes up World 7. This is really, really nuts. Oh, nice. So 8-2, this is, for them, this is very reminiscent of a warps run. Usually, ideally in a warpless run, they would still have Fire Mario here. But it's just Darbian safing it out, going with the shroom. You will see that Cosmic refuses to ever shroom up. So Darbian continuing along. And he is, I mean, it just is, all right, bullet bill glitch, not quite. Oh, so close, so close. I'm going to talk about what he was attempting there as we get into the warps run, but very, very brave soul for trying something like that. 8-3. 8-3, normally in a warps run, not a big deal if you're really on a run where you know where what frame rule you're on. But in a warpless run, or if you just don't know quite where you are, then you're not gonna know where these hammer bros are, and so you're gonna either want to chance it or just kind of, all right. So there's one, there's another. He jumps over the other one. All right, so he clears the hammer bros, no problem. Meanwhile, Cosmic finishing up 8-2. Andrew close behind in 8-2 as well, choosing to take that shroom. I really don't blame these guys for wanting to take these power-ups. It just allows you to honestly save time in the long run because you don't need to kind of wait around just to be sure. 8-4 is a very complicated level. So the second screen here, Darbian is going to try for a wall jump. Let's see if he gets this wall jump. Very precise. Oh, not quite. You could kind of see how he just kind of hit that pipe on the side there. Couldn't quite get the wall jump. Next here, we're going to have a wrong warp. Oh, he doesn't get the wrong warp. So he's going to lose some time here. It's not going to be enough time for Cosmic to catch up. But, I mean, you can see that they're so much closer now. Any small mistake could cost Darbian and allow... He gets the wall jump there! Will Cosmic get the wall jump? Okay, so... Oh, not quite, not quite. So Darbian is on the second last screen. So as long as he doesn't get hit by the fire rods here, then he should be good to go. If he does... All right, so that was close. That was close. All right, is he going to get hit by this one? Oh, that was so close. All right. All right, so all he has to do is finish up Bowser here. Oh, there he is! Darbian takes it! Darbian takes it. Awesome, awesome run. Cosmic finishing it up. Let's see if he can get clear Bowser here. Can he clear Bowser? He does it. Cosmic finishes up. andrewg finishes up with a wrong warp. He is now on the second last screen of the level. Now, I told you about how precise these water physics are and how important it is that these guys hold the A button for exactly how long they need to be. And that is exactly what Andrew's doing here, so he exits the screen as smoothly as possible. Only one obstacle between him and the end, and that's Bowser. Only Bowser. He waits it out. He gets it. He's going. Okay. He tried for the double kill there. I love that he tried for the double kill there. And a huge, huge round of applause for all three of these guys. Absolutely an amazing show. Darbian takes it in first. Cosmic close behind in second, and Andrew right there behind him in third. Awesome, awesome run, guys. But we have so much more Mario for you. Right after this is a Warps run. Right after that is Super Mario 2 The Lost Levels. So much left to go. And then more and more and more after that. Such great stuff. Can we hear what Darbian's time was?